Listening back.
I think the biggest difficulty to achieve your goals is how do you stay motivated in life? It is true that that is the most difficult mindset to have. So you search on the internet, search on TikTok, how to stay motivated. On TikTok, you see a very vague definition of motivation. For example, like, you know David Goggins, you know Kevin Hart. They tell you about that you are not worth it, that you are like the most useless person in the world. It's pretty much negative self-talk. It's pretty much saying that you are not enough, you need to work even more. And that is a way, I mean, it's a very weird, that it's a weird feeling of motivation, that you feel that you don't like it. But hey, why not? Why not? It's motivation. So if they are right, then maybe they are right. I've tried to follow their advices that I should hate myself. I should like work at the gym, work like all day and every time, because I'm like the worst human being in the world. Yes, that is a very, very baka way to say it. I'm sorry if you for the vocabulary. And I didn't make it. I didn't make my goals. I didn't achieve my goals because I was hating too much of myself. So I searched on the internet of how to be motivated, and they say, like, I don't know, find your little why. Why do you want to do this? Shoot. What up? There you go. Seek help and stay obsessed with your dreams and all. So I tried to follow them, brick by brick, and I still don't like it. You probably feel that way as well. You try to follow their advices, whatever, TikTok or YouTube or the internet, and you can't make it. You can't make it. Even though those kinds of like advices, unquote, are the best dose of adrenaline. Adrenaline means like body power or energy. So motivation is pretty much a reason for acting in a particular way. But why do you don't like the motivation on TikTok or on YouTube or on the internet? You are too hyper focused on forcing yourself to achieve that kind of goal, and that makes this like some sort of motivation very hard to have, very hard to do. You think that motivation is that, but in the end it's not. It's really not. So why is it hard to stay motivated? I think you focus too much of I need to force myself as much as possible to achieve that kind of goal. But it's not that. It's not focusing, not being like a super hero or superhuman, forcing yourself to, I don't know, just just have a dream body, just read a bunch of books, being cultivated, speak good, any kind of goals that comes in your mind, and you want to achieve that. So how, with that kind of definition that I defined, that motivation is pretty much hating yourself, how do you achieve that kind of goal? I mean, that your goals, without like forcing yourself? I think you need to introspect. You need to see yourself, not in the mirror, but in your mind. Just see yourself like completely, like in your mind, you know, just in yourself. You can't copy someone's methods, you know. If you hate like hyper forcing yourself, then just don't do it. Right? Just don't do it. You're not obligated to do it. It's your way of defining motivation. It's you who needs to define what is motivation, because everybody has their own definition of motivation. For example, David Goggins or Kevin Hart have like a negative they have a motivation of hating themselves in order to stay motivated. But do you like yourself when you start to hate yourself? I don't think so. Now, of course, you need to give yourself some positive self-talk. Not all the time, but most of the times, because if you do it all the times, you are stuck in this kind of illusion that you can do it all and just do it, which is not totally that. You need to stay realistic of who you are. Of course, you are that kind of person. You can't do those kinds of things and I forgot. Just find your own methods. That's what I want to say. Just find your own methods. Because if you follow someone's method, you don't like it because that method isn't for you. So try to find like your own methods and techniques in order to achieve that kind of goal. And in the end, it's you who control your life. It's pretty much you. It isn't me or David Goggins or Kevin Hart or the internet that controls your life. You have like a responsibility of your life. I mean, yeah. What I want to say is that you need to control the crap of like yourself. And not in a very like lazy way or a very hard way, but in a sense of, okay, I am that kind of person. I don't like it, but that's fine. I can just just do it and just see what will happen. If I fail, that's okay. Because I can just correct myself. See, you need to have that kind of positive mindset that yes, you suck, but that's fine. If you don't want to suck, then just do it. Just build like kind of like rules for yourself. Kind of like build your own little perspective of what is motivation and how do I achieve that kind of goal. And that's how you should perceive that. And then with time, you will slowly build that kind of motivation that is proper to yourself. Most people will not follow your kind of motivation, but you do because you build it. You have constructed it to make it accessible only for yourself. And that is what you should do. And also, one last thing, don't force too much to you. Back then, I was forcing too much of having like a very sexy ass body, but in the end, I was a fat bitch. Like like at the start, I was hyper focusing. I was like in that kind of motivation of I need to do it. That I need to keep working my body and working my biceps and everything to have that body, to stay healthy, because that's what the internet says, but it doesn't cut off. I mean, what I want to say is that it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work. And in the end, I was like in this sort of burnout for like 2 months. It's pretty long. 2 months of not working and just lay in my bed feeling so crap that I don't want to do anything anymore. What I want to say is that don't force too much. If you force too much, you will feel like a very long burnout, and that will freaking suck, because you don't like forcing yourself. Imagine you want to force yourself in like, I don't know, of quantum mechanics. You don't like it. I mean, I don't know if you like quantum mechanics, but let's say you don't like it. You don't like quantum mechanics, but you try to force yourself, trying to see exams, like courses and everything, trying to forcing yourself like 24/7, and you just don't like it because you don't like it. So why you want to like force yourself to achieve that kind of like goal if you don't like it? Okay, then maybe I should build like a why. But even with that, if you still force yourself and you don't like it, then please stop forcing yourself, for God's sake. I think the problem of like staying motivated is forcing yourself to stay motivated. But it's not that. I think the word forcing is like it's not very, but it, in a sense, it's a negative self-talk. Like forcing yourself of doing this or doing that is pretty much a constraint of your freedom of your happiness. And you don't like it. You don't like it being like in a slavery state. You don't like it. So there, don't force yourself, but don't like stay in that, I don't know, stay in like some sort of lazy mindset. Let me explain. If you just stop forcing yourself like completely, Yeah, you just lay in your bed and just do nothing, which is, again, a problem. I think the difficulty of staying motivated is controlling, forcing yourself and taking breaks for yourself. That is the difficulty. And I think it's your job to, you know, control your crap. You need to control your crap, or else you need to find like that kind of balance of how to stay motivated and how to take breaks for yourself that you like. It's okay to fail. It's okay to not feeling motivated or fail that kind of thing. It's okay. You are just a human being. You suck in a good way. You suck at doing that, but that's fine. You can just do it again and try it again. It's not like your like last shot or your only shot to do that kind of thing. It needs to have, you have like that trial and error. Just think of that trial and error there. It's not easy to stay motivated. And if you fail to stay motivated, that's fine. It's still fine. You're not that like that freaking superhuman who will stay motivated for life. A human needs to like, you know, disconnect from that hyper obsession. It needs to feel that peacefulness, that happiness of yourself. There, that's what I want to say. So, how do you stay motivated in the end? First of all, before asking this question, you need to define what is motivation. Motivation on the internet is is a negative self-talk of doing that kind of thing and everything else that constitute of hating yourself or obsessing yourself that you are the best in everything. You need to have motivation is understanding. For me, my proper definition of motivation is understanding yourself and listening to yourself. That means listening to your pulsions, listening that yes, you suck, that I did that I did this, but I'm fine with it. I made like mistakes, and I'm fine because there is a reason. I was too tired, and I'm fine with that. I need to take a little break for myself. I need to take a little bit of time for myself, and I'll continue later on. That's what motivation is. You can't stay motivated for a very long time. You can't. I mean, you can't even stay motivated like for life. And that's fine with that. Just be okay with who you are. You can make mistakes. You can hate your mistakes, but just be okay with that. Because in the end, you need to realize that you need to forgive yourself that your mistakes. If you want to know more about motivation, just search on the internet. It's your journey. It's your like some sort of like journey of your life. Your life is pretty much of an adventure.
Alright, well, my recording is dead. I hope you, if you don't know who I am Fadist. I'm training for my language. I'm training my speaking skills, my thinking skills, and my reading skills. This is called the FadeLand SSP. If you want to know why I chose this name, I have no clue. But anyways, that's it.